We're breaking into normal programming this afternoon for an update on tomorrow's winter weather potential. I'm Megan Miller, and Horry County emergency management officials just started a news conference in Conway moments ago. Let's go there and listen in live.
Using good common sense, and that's what I'd asked everybody to do as we embrace this weekend, to use good common sense. And I want to turn it over to our Public Safety Director, Mr. Randy Webster.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Once again, we are facing a rather dire situation, honestly, when we look at these events that are unfolding with this particular winter storm. I hope everybody's following your local media, our webpage, our social media, to get all the information you can about this event. What's a little bit different from other events we've had in winter weather mix is the icing. This is shaping up to be something similar to the storm we had in 2014 as a point of reference. So we experienced quite a bit of power outage issues. Travel was very difficult, and once again, I'm facing the same thing. So a couple things I want to remind you of because of that. First off, our public works and stormwater crews are out now salting and prepping the roads, the county bridges and county roads. And we'll be doing that throughout the event. Temperatures will start to plummet later on tonight into the morning and will remain below freezing for most of the day tomorrow. So it will have some limited impact, but we'll do the best we can. Another thing, take this opportunity the rest of this afternoon and this evening to finish your preparations for this event. Be prepared to be basically as a hurricane on your own for several hours without power, maybe days without power, depending on what part of the county gets hit in the most or the most severe way. So be prepared for that contingency. One thing I want to remind everyone is with this event, if you experience power outages, we're going to have cold temperatures with this. So now's the time to make sure if you have loved ones, families around you, neighbors, folks that you can check in on before the storm hits, and then after the storm hits, if it's safe to get out, just to check on to make sure everybody's okay. Let's talk about pets real quick. This is a storm to make sure you take care of your pets. Bring them inside or in a covered area if possible. We do not need a lot of exposure to this cold wind, cold temperatures, and ice this event. I want to also stress again, do not call 911 for power outages or non-emergency events that are not related to public safety. Please contact your local power provider or your other utility provider if you're experiencing trouble with your utility service in any way. And they will be on it. We've been coordinating with them for the last 2 days now on the response to this event, and they're prepared as they can be as well. Icing's a little different issue for us. We just don't have the resources and the capabilities to handle big icing events in our area. So we're going to do the best we can. Public safety will be responding. If you call 911, you have an emergency, crews will be dispatched. But it will take time. Law enforcement will go. We may be prioritizing calls, but we will get there as soon as we possibly can. We're going to be safe. We need to be safe to make sure we're there for you, and then we'll get there for you as safe as possible and try to do the best we can to get wherever you need done, taken care of as quickly as possible. Just understand, it will take a lot of time to do that. We won't have the emergency phone bank in operation for this event, so at least not for Friday and Saturday. We'll see how it goes after that for post-event. So once again, make sure you've got the phone numbers for your utilities or other providers that you need in order to contact them if you have trouble. If you have a public safety issue, call 911 if it's an emergency. If not, the non-emergency line is available for you as well. Once again, social media accounts from Horry County government, please follow those. We will be putting out information as much as possible about current events or what we see coming down in the next few hours or days or so. So please follow all of our social media platforms the best you can. County activities will not be operational over the weekend, so just keep that in mind. We really need people to just stay off the road. That's the bottom line. Do not try to get out if you don't have to. Please do what you can now to prepare for the rest of the weekend. Temperatures will eventually come up to some manageable degree as far as starting to melt things. Maybe a little bit Saturday, but more so on Sunday. So this was going to be could be a multi-day event. But once again, power outages may last 3 or 4 days or more in some cases. So just want to be mindful. Just stay safe, stay indoors, check on family and friends. This is just a little bit different than the hurricane world. But we'll get through it. It'll be fun. And we'll learn and just take care of each other is what we need to do. Right now, I'd like to turn it over to Fire Chief Joey Tanner for some more information with the public safety piece.
Thank you, Randy. Appreciate that. One of the most important things Randy just said is that it's neighbor to neighbor time now. Take care of each other as we continue to work through these next few days together. From the fire rescue side and public safety, as he said already, we will be there. We will be there when you call us, and we will respond. It may take us a while to get there, but rest assured we will get to you. The idea that the more people that are on the highways, the more dangerous it's going to be for everyone. So unless you absolutely have to leave home to go anywhere, please stay inside. That is paramount for us to respond, to be able to get there, and for your safety as well as those safety of people who have to go back and forth to places. I will tell you that one of our biggest concerns we have here is slips, trips, and falls. We're not used to the ice around as much, and so be very careful just stepping out of your own home. Stepping on the step, it becomes very slick, especially overnight. You won't see it. If we get any snow amount on top of the ice, you won't see it, and you'll slip down and cause harm to yourself. We're telling our employees the same way. We're not used to walking on ice, and so we'll be working that as well too, but please be sure. Rest assured that fire rescue and police and 911, we are preparing for this. We have our station supplies in place, so we have things ready to go, plans in place, operational plans, and how we're going to move forward here. A couple of things that I think is very important, and that is, number one, there will be an opportunity here for power lines to come down. Anytime you see a line on the ground, please treat it as a charged power line. Don't walk on it, don't drive on it, don't get around it. Please, any line on the ground, we look at it as any line on the ground is got power on it. So please do not do it. Report it to your power companies as soon as possible. We want you to make sure that when you do lose power, that you don't bring your grills inside your home. And you say, well, that's just common sense. But remember, I'm telling you things that we know that we've seen before. Do not bring your charcoal grills inside your home to cook. Don't bring your other grills inside your home to cook. You can do it outside in your backyard or those kind of things as well too. But cooking is a major issue. As Randy was saying earlier, prepare some meals that you can have at home for the next couple of days to be prepared for that. If you have power generators, please use it only for one device at a time. If you do it, make sure you have adequate extension cords. Don't buy the little cheap cords you can get at any store. Make sure it's a cord that can handle the load. One thing we've told people before is make sure you touch the cord area, so make sure that it's not getting hot. If it starts getting hot, then you're going to have a fire in your home. Don't do more than what the generator can do. Make sure that you don't have the exhaust of your generators inside your home. Keep it outside and away from the siding, outside of your home. We always have incidents in these kinds of conditions where it's a hurricane and now ice storms, where we have carbon monoxide issues in some people's homes. We've lost citizens in the past because of that. So please pay adequate ventilation in your home and make sure that anything that you do, keep your home ventilated. Lighting, we do not recommend the use of candles, open flame candles. It's time to put batteries in your flashlights, recharge your flashlights and those things as well too, or battery power candles. If you must have an open flame somewhere, make sure you have adequate clearance, which is 3 feet in every direction. If you have space heaters and you do have power, 3 feet away from any combustible materials whatsoever. Remember, 3 feet is 3 feet, all the way around everything that you do in your home. Chimneys, if you have fireplaces in your home, make sure your flues are open. There are those who want to shut the flue down, but we want the cold air to come in. Remember, the flue is there to get all this out of your home. Make sure your flues stay open the whole time while you're there. Make sure that the ventilation is in place there. Make sure your smoke alarms are in working order. It's now time to test your smoke alarms for this event. If you haven't replaced your batteries in a while, replace the batteries today, and make sure you do that. Make sure you have an exit plan to get out of your house if it does catch on fire. There's 2 ways out. We've always taught that. We've taught at Fire Prevention Week, exit drills in the homes, Operation Edith from the NFPA for years. Make sure you go over those plans with your children right now, with your family members to get them out. Make sure you have a meeting place when you get outside in the yard so everybody knows that you're accounted for. It's always important because I can tell you from our past, we will be responding to fires in this incident, no doubt in my mind. But the first question we're going to ask is everyone out. We need to know that, and we're going to ask you that question. Remember to call 911 for all emergencies. All emergencies only, not for power outages, because you're going to be inundated already, and they do not need those calls. And Randy and the chairman talked about calling the utility companies for that. Driving safely, we said that. The only thing I'll tell you at the very end here is together, as everything that we've done here in Horry County, together we'll get through this. It'll take us working together. It'll take neighbor taking care of neighbor and family taking care of family. So thank you very much, and everybody please be safe.
Okay, just a couple of things before we start into questions. We are in Operation Condition Level 2 now, and the EOC will activate tomorrow virtually. So we'll be monitoring, emergency management will be monitoring. We have been in contact with all of our local partners, state partners, and federal partners for this event. So we're ready, and we'll do the best we can. So at any time we can start taking questions.
Hey, Randy, thanks for doing this for us. Are there going to be any kind of shelters open for people who may not have a place to stay warm this weekend?
We will not have shelters open for this.
And lots of good information as we come out live from Conway, from Horry County's winter weather press conference at this hour. Universal message there is just be prepared. Today is the day to get you and your family ready. And right now we want to head over to Chief Meteorologist Frank Johnson for updates on this storm. Frank, what's the latest?
Right now, we're really watching the potential for freezing rain. That is ice, and that's why we do have an ice storm warning for Horry County. The rest of our area is a winter weather advisory, and that's where we're going to see lighter ice amounts, more in the way of sleet or even a little bit of snow when we're talking about the PD. The sleet and the snow not as dangerous as freezing rain, and that's going to be the main issue across parts of Horry County. Right now, we are warm. In fact, temperatures in the 60s, close to 70 in Georgetown, but notice west of I-95, it's starting to cool down. It's already in the 40s in Hartsville and Cheraw. That's the leading edge of that cold air that is starting to work in, and it is coming in with a little bit of rain. Right now, it's raining in and around the Florence area, west of I-95. This is going to be rain through the afternoon and evening hours. We're not going to worry about temperatures below freezing until late night tonight, well after midnight, and then especially tomorrow. So our forecast looks like this. Here comes the front pushing across our area, bringing with it some rain this afternoon and this evening. And this first round is going to kind of move away by tomorrow morning. It is going to cool down overnight tonight, but we are going to get a little bit of a break late night tonight and early tomorrow morning as cold air continues to funnel in. We will see a second round develop during the afternoon tomorrow. That's when we're going to watch out for freezing rain across much of our area, sleet across the PD, and even some snow as this thing winds up and then moves away overnight tomorrow night. By early Saturday morning, the precipitation is over with. It is going to be very cold to start the day on Saturday, but we should end up with some sunshine late in the day. And as far as our winter weather outlook, what to expect, we're looking at minor impacts across our part of the Carolinas and across east of I-95. That's going to be mainly freezing rain. We'll see a little bit more in the way of snow west of I-95. And by far the biggest impacts of this storm system are going to be to our north across eastern parts of North Carolina into southeastern Virginia. That's where they are going to see most of the snow from this system. For us, we are talking about mainly ice here in our part of the Carolinas. Megan?
Frank, thanks so much, and thank you for joining us for this News 13 special report. Our extended coverage of tomorrow's storm continues later this afternoon at 4 o'clock right here on News 13. Let's now head back to regular programming.